Hello, friends. Welcome back, and welcome if you're new. My name is Taryn, and this is Breathe and Budget. We discuss all things finance related, from things that impact our finances to discussing the zero based budget method, the cash envelope method, among other finance related topics. If any of that is of interest to you, I would love it if you would join our community. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. That's really helpful. And if you know anyone that's interested in the same topic, if you could share this video or share my channel, I would really appreciate it. I am about to hit 2K on Instagram and I'm hoping to get to 1K here, and I plan on doing another giveaway. So let's get into today's cash stuffing and also just a little bit of unstuffing. Kind of a follow up to the video I posted yesterday. All right, you guys. So today we are going to cash stuff. I think it's 1,228. Let's see. I didn't have a chance to do this part. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if I did this right, it should be 228. So 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 10, 15, 25, 26, 27, 28. Yes. Well, I didn't do this part right. Did I? No. I don't normally, I try not to deal with the ones, but right now I'm doing the insurance, which I had set up in the beginning of the year, and that was before I had decided to stop using ones. So hopefully in the future I can kind of adjust it, round up, round down, whatever I need to do, because it is kind of annoying to deal with the ones. Although I welcome all money, all denominations, it's all welcome to come to me. But yeah, let's move on. So let's see. I have my breakdown of the categories. So this sheet is actually available as a digital download on my Etsy shop in case you're interested. And I'm just going to put this to the side, and this is what I'm going to follow along. I'm going to do this binder last. Let me do this binder first really quick. All right. So beauty, we're going to start with our beauty envelope. Here we go. Okay. So we are adding 30. I did 2 10s, 2 5s. Okay. Ooh, it's trying to jump out. That would be a good sign if this was a deck of cards, but okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 51. I'm actually going to be back in this envelope in just a moment because I do need to pay myself back for a couple purchases in beauty. Okay, the next one is going to be home. Home is getting 30. Same thing, I did 2 10s, 2 5s, which I actually will probably be unstuffing again in my next week's unstuffing, because today is technically Saturday and the storm that we are facing is supposed to be coming in tonight or tomorrow morning. And I did purchase a couple things that I needed from Lowe's. So this will probably just be leaving, but in the meantime, it's going to get put into that envelope. By the time you're watching this, it will be Sunday. I'm hoping I even have like internet connection to upload this. I don't even know what to expect. I think sometimes it's, hyped up, yet my job, because we are disaster service workers. We're essential disaster service workers, and we had like admin meeting Friday to discuss the situation. So, I mean, I guess it could be pretty bad. I don't really know. I'm hoping that everyone is hunkering down, staying safe, has enough food, water, just in case. I don't know. I have no idea what to expect at this point. All right, so for nails, we're gonna do the 125. So I did a 100. I did a 10, and I think I did 3 5s. I do smaller denominations for some of the nails, just because we anywhere from 2 to 3 people work on my daughter and I like to be able to tip everyone appropriately. If you've followed my page, you know that I believe in tipping well. So that is what you see here. So this is 250, 20, 30, 40, 50, yeah, 250. But this is for both of my daughter and I to do 2 gel pedicures, 2 dip manicures, because these are our nails, and then I do my eyebrows, and then plus tip. So I know some people have asked about the amount, because I know that's a lot more than what someone would normally spend, but that's why it's 2 people, 2 pedicures, 2 gel dip manicures, and then my eyebrows. So I'm going to put this binder to the side, but we will be back in it. Right now I'm going to go ahead and do the high priority. I only have 2 that I'm cash stuffing this time around. I did my holidays with my second check of August. This is my 4th check of August that I'm stuffing right now. A little early, but I wanted to be consistent in cash stuffing on Fridays and getting you guys content on Sunday, although we are now Saturday and I'm a day behind. I hopefully to get this out to you guys tomorrow. So let's just get to the first envelope. Insurance. Okay, so this is for our Allstate insurance. I need to put 268. So I did 2 100s, 50, 60, 5, 66, 67, 68. Let's make sure. 250, 65, 66, 67, 68, 268. Normally this I'm cashless, but I decided since I just paid it and I'm starting to save for the bill that'll be due mid next year, I figured I would pull it in cash so that you guys can see that part. And then once I get to like 500, I'll do a placeholder and I'll put it back into our high yield savings account. Because I think a lot of people were confused by seeing some budgeters like budgeting for like groceries and gas, like rent, utilities, insurance, things like that. Whereas I was cashless for like the majority of that stuff. Bills just get auto paid. Bigger things like the insurance, car insurance, home insurance, earthquake insurance, all that just gets put into a high yield savings account until we're ready. And homeowners insurance is actually through the escrow. But I mean, earthquake insurance, you have to pay like separate. I don't have that part of my escrow account. Next one, touchy envelope. So I'm going to be adding to this right now, and then I will be pulling what I need from when we had to, when Sophie had to cross the Rainbow Bridge. I do need to pay care credit. So I'm going to put money into it, and then like the cash stuffing part's done, and we'll do the unstuffing. I don't know why I'm doing air quotes, but like the unstuffing for Beauty and for Miss Sophie, because that it's just a kind of a touchy subject. So this is getting 775 because, as you guys know, we are starting over on building our 3,000 emergency fund. Technically, this 775 would have gone to our home emergency fund, since that was the next one we were going to start on since the pet was done. But you know, such is life, and this will be the third time we have to build this back up, and which will postpone, you know, starting the home one, and then technically postpone starting the car one. So it's just kind of a hot mess. I've explained in other videos. Those are the three that I really am trying to get to the respective amounts that I've chose. Pets 3,000, home and car 5,000. And then my car has an issue, which the money we have saved in that is probably going to be gone anyways. Although I am going to take a few people's advice. I'm going to contact Mitsubishi directly. First, I want to see if there's anyone out there. So if you know of anyone who's had this issue with the Mitsubishi, please let me know. I want to see if there's like a community group or, you know, social media group for Mitsubishi owners where the sensor in the front of the car, because of the heat, is like malfunctioning. So things like the lane departure notification and other things that are electrical like that have stopped working. And so I know I'm not the only one that has experienced this, but if I can get a significant amount of people to jump on board, we might be able to make it where Mitsubishi has to accept it as a recall versus us having to pay out of pocket. So wish me luck. And if you know anyone that has a Mitsubishi that has experienced the same issue, please let me know. Because I don't know, like I don't know what else to do. Okay, so 775. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 50, 60, 75. So this is where we would be at, but I will be pulling 366. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 950, 970, 990, 1010, 1020, 1035, 1036, 1037, 1038. So we would be at 1038, which does make me happy because it's almost halfway to where we would want to be. But I do have to pull 366. That is what we owe the care credit for Miss Sophie. This, I don't know, in case you're, you know, questioning the amount, $366 was for the actual, like putting her down, and cremation, and the wood carved box that we got to hold her ashes, which we will pick up this coming Tuesday, depending on what this storm does. I don't really know, but we are expected to pick her up. So 300. I'm going to keep the 50 if I can. 360. Do this 5 because this one's like ripped. 5, 6. Let's make sure I did that right. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 40, 65, 66, 366. So that's got to go to the care credit, which leaves us at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 660, 670, 172. That does not sound as good as it did before. 672. And we need to get to 3,000. So probably by next month, when I add a little bit more, I'll probably put like a placeholder and then get the rest put into my high yield savings account. Since that is a fund that I would hope we don't need to use again for quite some time, meaning it can sit there and accrue some interest. And I say it that way just because I thought that's what was going to happen the first time I got there, and then the second time I got there, and now we're, you know, going for a third. Okay, so for beauty, if you watched the video right before this, you know I had done a return here. So I did the return and I got back $14.64. So I round that up to 15. So this would be 47. What did I say, 15? Like, you can answer me. So 32. So because I did the return to Target, it's going to go back to my debit card. So I just need to remember to pay this full amount here. But I only need to pull 32 cash to make this total amount since we have that 15 coming back to us. So I don't think I have, wait, no, I should have 32. 10, 20, well, those are nice 10s. 10, 20. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to break one of these anyways. And I don't think I have that enough over here. No, I know I don't. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Okay, so I only need 32. Okay, so here's the 30. I need to break this 5, which I don't think I can do quite yet. Hold on. Oh, my dollar savings challenge. Hold on. I actually can do this. I don't like taking the ones, but I will do that. So there's 5. I'm going to put this 5 in here. Put that back. All right. Now I put 30 and I need 32, I said, right? Let's take this one. I'll take these 2. And then I will put these here. So beauty, we have 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, $19 left, which will be good. I don't think we're going to need it. So that means that this will go to my 1 month ahead challenge. Most likely. That is the goal. We'll see. And so now this is what's going to go back to the bank, and I will pay Care Credit, and hopefully we'll be able to get Sophie in the next few days. And I'm going to try to refrain from doing any more, card shopping, like unnecessary purchases. I'd like for what I do have in this binder to stay plentiful, to be able to put to my 1 month ahead challenge. Like in my spending, I still have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 150, 161. 161, that's, I think, pretty darn good. Started with 200. We are more than halfway done with the month. I don't touch my husband's. Yeah, dining out's gone. Pets Care, I know we still have 100, but I gotta look. I'm gonna do a count tomorrow, like a check on food, make sure that we have everything that we need. Oh, I do have to pull from here for Pretty Litter. We use Pretty Litter for our cats. I do recommend it. I will put my referral code up on the screen and in the description. Since switching to Pretty Litter, I've noticed 2 things. One, we were able to catch a health issue with our cat Coco, because it actually changes colors, and there's like a chart where based on the color it'll tell you what the issue is. And so this is the cat that we had to spend over $2,000 on a surgery because she had gotten these like bladder stones, and they weren't passing and they were just growing, and now she's on a special diet. But we would not have been able to identify the issue had it not been for Pretty Litter, because there were no other signs. And then 2, it really does control the smell. And so we just get it delivered to our door once a month, and you just know when it's delivered, it's time to clean out the entire cat box. So I do recommend it. So I'm going to pull from that. I do have to pay for the Pretty Litter from here. And I don't know that, I think it's like for the 2 bags, I think I pay like 44 or something like that. So I'll have to figure out the amount before I pull it. So I do recommend Pretty Litter, and I will link it again, like I said. Now, where did this money come from? Oh my God, y'all. I'm just sitting here talking. This must have been from kids. Yeah, this is from kids. We have 10, 25, 26, 27, 28. When we went to Hetopia, we did spend for them to have like smoothies and lollipops and all this other stuff. And then home, I know this will be gone. 30s. In fact, I think my total today was like 35 or 36. So this will be gone. I'll probably just roll it over, and then when we fund a little bit more, pay that back. Date night has 20, 40, 60, 70, 85. Don't know when that will happen. And then nails 250, that'll be gone. So I'm gonna just try to, cut back on spending because I have a goal. I want to do the 1 month ahead challenge. That's important to me. Does that mean that I'm not living my life or I'm not doing things that make us happy? No, that's quite the contrary. Since starting budgeting, since starting the zero-based budget method, the cash envelope method, we've actually been able to do more and not be stressed about the financial aspect of it than we were before. Yeah, we were still doing things before, but with the help of a credit card, right? Or from family. That doesn't have to happen anymore. I do still use my credit cards, but I use them in a much more mature way. I will use the card, I will reap the benefits of the card, but pay it off every month so there's no interest. That's the way to do it. Not everyone should have a credit card. You know yourself. You know whether you need to step away from the credit cards and don't go anywhere near a credit card. At one point, I actually froze my credit cards. I put it in a Ziploc bag with water and I put it in the freezer because I figured if I really wanted to use it, I would have to wait for that bag to defrost, giving me time to really ask myself if it was worth it. And honestly, things like that do work. So whatever you have to do, even like putting it, wrapping it up in paper, taping it, right? And putting a little note to yourself that you have to read before you make that decision to use. So there's like, things that you can do psychologically speaking that will help you and keep you from using the card unless it was absolutely necessary. I understand in case of emergencies when you don't have an established emergency fund, which is why establishing anywhere from a 3 to 6 month emergency fund, meaning enough money to cover your bills for 3 months, your fixed expenses, and food, obviously, and gas for 3 to 6 months is top priority. You can save and pay off debt at the same time. I am a firm believer on that. I know there are other financial advisors or people out there, different programs that are out there that tell you not to, like to aggressively tackle your debt before starting an emergency fund. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think you need to look at the type of debt you have, the interest rates that you have, and the amount that you're paying. Like if you're paying just the minimum and you're getting nowhere with your, interest rate, then yes, I would say focus on really putting every last dollar you can to your debt. If you have interest that's very low, for example, for the longest time when we had the Can-Am Riker, which is paid off now, we had a 0.99% interest, and I was paying more than the minimum every month. So we were making progress. So to throw $600 of our money towards either our Roth IRA or our, 6 month emergency savings made sense for me. I just, you have to look at your situation and really see what works best for you. If you feel that you need to throw everything to your debt right now, maybe you're so close to being done, please, by all means, do it. But when you can, as soon as you can, establish an emergency fund, okay? It's so important. You never know what's going to happen if, God forbid, you lost your job. How are you going to pay your bills until the next job is lined up and you're actually generating income from it? So these are things to think about. So I will share my progress on that. I'm just not quite ready yet because I may actually have to dip into that, and I'm just not I'm not sure. And then this whole pet emergency fund thing threw me off. I need to go and look at my like yearly calendar that I had set up for these goals, and I need to see where we're at and adjust accordingly. And because the new year is going to be starting before we even know it, like, are you already putting up your Christmas tree? Because time is moving so fast. So I'm just going to have to reevaluate everything. And when I do that, I will definitely share the process. So in the meantime, stay safe out there and stay positive. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.